And we're back here for the finals. Sports Fan Waterhen Blues, PBCN Stars. 3 20-minute periods with the third being stop time. I'm Cal Crazy Legs Zarka, and with my partner here, Big Dave McIntyre.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Crazy Legs Zarka. Much appreciated for that introduction. It's going to be a heck of a game, I think.
Red Iron. Josh Red Iron has the first. That one gloved. Yep, we're live there. That's good there. That's good, Dave. We're just getting ourselves together here for this final. The fans are electric here in Prince Albert for the final of the 2025 edition. The OG McIntyre, brought to you by way of the English River First Nation Dene Nation. Waterhen. Kona Jackson on the defense and import. Riley Benefield has a shot there. Keep an eye on him. The imports for Waterhen, very instrumental. Defenseman, as I mentioned, Kona Jackson, and also the two forwards, Nelson Gadori, Riley Benefield, and the rest of the Waterhen Blues.
Yes, a player to watch out for on the Waterhen Lake Blues is also number 96. Todd Fiddler, one of the WHL alumni.
Right you are, and his brother Calvin too. A lot of pedigree with him. A former Ice Wolf, a former MIA champion with myself, Calvin Fiddler, the Fiddler boys of Waterhen Lake. Puck is wrapped around here, now picked up by number 96 of Waterhen, Todd Fiddler. 21 moving it forward here. Of course, Drake Tier. Battling here in the Star zone early on in this matchup. Everything on the line, bragging rights, and of course the grand prize of $30,000 cash.
Yes, and the Waterhen Lake Blues knocked off the Round Lake Bears in their first game. And the Bears had to do a B-side climb. They won their second, or rather, they lost back-to-back.
Benefield. Short angled shot there, knocked down by Irving. Irving picked up his game here, helping his boys find their way to the final game here. Darwin Warren Jr. throws it into the corner. Number 98 picks it up. Keithan Bouvier. Josh Red Iron will knock that up to Nelson Gadori. Gadori and Benefield have been a lethal combo for Waterhen. Boyer loses the handle there. And Bouvier tries to get it out. Boyer. Now the Stars are pressing. Waterhen Blues. Nathan Dancy, one of the goalkeepers, of course, the hometown goaltender, and Jared LaFawn have been doing their job here for Waterhen Blues.
Yes, the Blues, the Jared LaFawn played in the Senior Hockey League with the Meadow Lake Broncos, along with Todd Fiddler and Calvin Fiddler, I believe I was told earlier. So they have some experience in senior A hockey. LaFawn has been around for a few years. I remember him as a goaltender back then. I've heard his name being mentioned in the hockey circuit for a long time.
72, Nelson Gadori loses that draw. And now Darian Clark of the Stars. He's got Olsen with him. Skylar Olsen, and now the former Calgary Flame puts it on net. LaFawn loses the puck, but that one quickly called off by the official as the whistle had blown. And it looks like LaFawn down on his belly facing the ice.
Yes, he got the poke check right in as soon as he made that shot. Either the shot or the stick was on him. A bit of rebound there to put it into an empty net, but the referee called it off as soon as it blew the whistle anyway. So the goal was called off.
Your third place champions again, folks that are just joining us. Canoe Lake Young Guns, and had a chance to go see the fellas, of course, good friends of mine as well. And they're very happy with the outcome. They played hard, and in these kind of tournaments, third place champion is nothing to hang your head about, Dave.
Nothing to hang, especially when you have 18 teams in the tournament here, and coming in third place is a great effort.
Dory puts it to Red Iron. Josh Red Iron doesn't get the full shot that he wanted, but he's playing a stellar tournament with Josh Red Iron. Dory with the puck, throws it through center, Eric Roy. Eric Roy will move that puck up. Now the Stars bring it into zone. That's number 92, I believe. Skyler Olsen. They'll lose the puck. Dory's going to have a change. They're played out. Josh Red Iron will go off as well. Dory Deal plays it up. Darwin Warren Jr. has an opportunity, but loses the puck here. Now going to Jackson, moving up in the forward position. Jackson with a shot. That one just wide, but it looked like Leland Irving knew where that puck was going. 91 here for the Waterhen Blues. He'll pick it up again. That's Anthony Renier. Anthony Renier on the line here. Number 4, Sanjay Ernest. Waterhen Blues, great tournament here. The dark horse, so to speak, of the tournament, with a few upsets to find himself in the final with the Stars. Now they lose the puck. Boyer. Boyer brings it in. He's still with the puck behind the net. Darwin Warren Jr. plays it back to Roy. Roy makes a move. Stick on that. Finds it on about a foot wide. Waterhen's turn. Throws it up the ice. Looks like Todd had a full head of steam, but the pass was behind a Boyer on the other side. Back and forth we go. 0-0 with 12:47. The 3-period final. Eric Roy steps up. There's a shot. That one, I think, got a piece of the goalkeeper and hit the glass, and now Dorian in the neutral zone. Darian Clark misses the puck. Roy throws it down low. Kona Jackson has deal with him. Boyer's down there as well. And now it's Godory. Kona Jackson. The Alberta native. There's a shot, he goes top cheese. Starts out the Waterhen Blues. Kona Jackson. He's an outrider for the CPCA. He finds top corner on Irving. A clean shot by Jackson.
A great individual effort by Jackson as he goes in over the blue line, cuts on wide and cuts right into the slot and puts it up high on Irvin. 1-0 Waterhen.
You Jackson, you don't look like a Jackson, but you look like a goal scorer. Riley Benefield working hard. He finds number 72, Godory. Godory now spinning around the Stars and nobody home on the left-hand side. Defenseman, he goes into the neutral zone, but they'll play it back down low. Sanderson throws it across here, and that's a long pass coming to number 29 here of the PBCN Stars, Emery Roberts. Battling in the Stars zone here. Cody Michelle, the captain, gets it out all the way back down. Irving will play the puck to Evan Dorian. Dorian looking. Moves the puck up. Drew throws that across, but misplayed by the captain, Cody Michelle. Calvin Fiddler plays it up. Benefield can't find the puck. Back and forth we go here. Waterhen Blues 1, PBCN Stars with 0 at 10:24 of the first of 3 periods. The last 20 minutes stop. Eric Roy. The Beauval product. The former Calgary Flames playing for as an import for the Stars. Kona Jackson intercepts the attempt there by Boyer. Darwin Warren Jr. always dangerous for the Stars, and now to Boyer, now picked up there by LaFawn.
Very great pass there to Boyer. Boyer lets it rip, and LaFawn stops and go right on the mark.
Face off here in the Waterhen zone. Won by Morin Jr. Boyer battling. Even Morin Jr. Not thrown across and around. Sanderson is there. Didn't get a lot on that shot with Sanderson. Now it's Todd. Todd Fiddler gets stick check there just in time too, because he was having a wide open shot there on the goalkeeper of the Stars. And now Keldon Sanderson. He plays it to Roy. Roy moves it up, and now the Stars are walking in here. It's number 14 for the PBCN Stars, Ashton Morin. Championship final at the OG McIntyre. 1-0 for the Waterhen Blues in the first with 8:53 on the clock. Stars bringing it over the line. Corey Deal will be the first one with the puck, comes around the net. Corey Deal patiently throws it around. Boyer there. They find Darwin Morin Jr. in the front. Roy throws it over across. Drew Morin, corner, Boyer around the net. Darwin Morin Jr. Stars playing good hockey here. Good passing for sure. Now it comes out, but Derek Roy will throw it across to Drew. Roy puts it to Boyer. Boyer always dangerous at the puck. The attacking Coop native import here as that one trickles by LaFawn into the back of the net, and they battle in front. Back around the net. Boyer's waiting. He gets the puck. Boyer in his office. There's another shot. Darian Clark, assistant captain here, long-time PBCN Stars. Darian Clark puts it again on net. That tip by the real deal. Clark again puts it on LaFawn, who picks up the puck.
You may seem like PBCN will be fatigued after close game with the Canoe Lake Young Guns here, but they're taking the show to the Waterhen Blues after the Waterhen Blues open up the scoring here early or midway through the period, first period that is.
Coach McCollum and Coach Morin there, former players as well, really coaching well with the Stars. You know, Dave, they utilized 2 lines for a long time, and now really pressing the 3 lines to save some of those, you know, guys that were a little more tired. So I think you're right there. They're playing really good hockey. Waterhen now, back to the point. There's another shot, that one picked up by Leland Irving. A lot of strategy going on here, Dave, for those that have been here all weekend. You know, it really was anybody's tournament all weekend. We've seen upsets, we've seen comebacks, we've seen come from behinds, and it's just great to watch. What a treat here in Prince Albert.
Yes, the game is for all the fans and young people to look up to these older people playing hockey now. There's another tournament going on in Saskatoon, minor hockey tournament. That's for the showcase. We'll see those boys later on in the future here in this kind of tournament, or maybe beyond.
Absolutely right, Dave. When you think of it, you know, when we mentioned the Round Lake Bears here, of course, second place in the provincial championships, really showcasing Indigenous hockey in the best way they could. And, you know, they had a young team here, and they're one of those teams that I've noticed in witnessing hockey here in Saskatchewan, Indigenous hockey, who really bring up the youngsters, put them into the lineup. And here, you know, kind of on a rebuild, I guess it was they had at least 10 youngsters, and wasn't there a year, but always a formidable team in these tournaments is the Round Lake Bears.
That's correct, yeah. This kind of tournament will give them experience. One notable, I guess you have to say, is Pine House Lake. They never had a team for quite a while, and they won a tournament in La Ronge there a couple of weeks ago, three or four weeks ago.
Roberts Memorial out in La Ronge, the 89ers. Also a great team. You know, Kevin Roberts really groomed those boys. They had a great tournament again. close games, upsets on the Laurent 89er side as well. So, you know, they owe a lot to the support behind these teams from the communities all around. Like hockey's come a long way as far as these tournaments are concerned. We see a lot of professionals, a lot of our Indigenous professionals come back and support the teams. And also, you know, uniform-wise and everything-wise, trainers that are part of the teams and fans that follow these clubs, Dave.
Yes, Laurent 89ers, they have a minor hockey system out in Laurent. Kudos to Kevin Roberts for directing that minor hockey system. They have a lot of players coming up here.
Benefield to Gadori. Gadori trying to beat Roy. Now he does, gets it in front, doesn't get the shot off. Irving was there. Boyer battling, and that'll go to the length of the ice. Icing, I believe. No, it waved off. No, now it's called. 4:03 on the clock here, sports fans. Thank you for joining Big Drum Media here at the Art Hauser. Fans enjoying the finals here, the Stars and Waterhen Blues. Deadly Cam is on, and the atmosphere here, awesome.
Yeah, the fans are enjoying it too. Kind of quiet at the early start here, but once the excitement will pick up as we're nearing the end of the game here.
Darian Clark, veteran here for the Stars, brings it around. Stars, Drew Morin looking. He's got the deal with him. Corey, back to Morin. Loses the handle, but comes out in front of Lafon and him quickly covering up. Skylar Olson was there. Great opportunity. Corey Deal setting that one up, but losing the handle, and Lafond on his game, covering up right away, and we'll have a face-off. Fiddler taking that. Todd Fiddler. Draw in the Waterhen zone. They win that. Now flipped up. Doesn't get it out. Drew will throw it back down low. Number 77 there for the Stars. Keeping it in the zone, Robbie Custer. Waterhen Blues, number 66, walking it in here, Alex Stigocat, rather. You know, I was the last game there, Dave. You know, I was calling him Sunchild. I apologize to him and his family. It's Smallchild.
Yes, Dalen Smallchild. I believe that's from Baird East. I could be wrong, but I've heard his name in Baird East Blackhawk hockey tournament. So he's from Baird East, Okimasis.
I always tell him, Dave, you know, I only come through 9 times out of 10, and they got me on the 1 time, of course. And again, apologies to Smallchild down. Great tournament for you, and I apologize.
Yeah, he played great. Number 51 for the Canoe Lake Youngmen.
Boyer to Roy. Eric Roy has a shot. He scores. Tie hockey game in Prince Albert at the OG McIntyre. The Beauval product, former Calgary Flame, doing his part, sparking up this Prince Albert crowd.
Yes, a blistering wrist shot there by Eric Roy. Eric Roy, yes, he beats goaltender Lafon on the top left side. I believe he could have been partially screened there, or he was the buck changed direction. Could be a knuckler.
I believe in Cree you'd say wah wah.
Yes, that's for lots of eggs in Cree. 1 egg is wah wah. Lots of eggs is wah wah.
Hey. Gonna Jackson. Brings it in there. Benefield was with him. Nothing happened on the play. Boyer. Roy now finding an extra step there. Kona Jackson all over him. Boyer setting up in the corner. Roy with the puck behind the net. He throws it around, hits a skate, but there's a shot by the 6'4" Keldon Sanderson. Sanderson gets it down the ice here. Roy again. Roy picking up his game here. I think it was the big goal here that tied it as we wind down period number 1, Dave, in the books.
All right, there we have on the Jumbotron there, Mr. Michel, one of the greatest fans for the PBCN Stars. He's full of smiles now as the PBCN tied the game up here late in the first period. PBCN is now taking it to the Waterhen Lake Blues. You know, the first game we saw was 7 minutes remaining. Waterhen with a commanding 3-0 lead, but PBCN stormed back to tie the game and win it. Waterhen won it in overtime. Now they meet again here in the final. So close game, now 1-1. Anything can happen. It's anybody's game. 30,000 up for grabs.
Couldn't ask for a better first period, Dave. 1-1 for each respective club here. Waterhen Blues, PBCN Stars. We go to period number 2. We'll switch sides. What a tournament. What a hockey game. Thank you, sports fans, for joining in. Part of the Big Drum Media here at the Art Hauser. Boys are getting set. Big Drum Media get a hold of Barry Mihalowicz. We're going to period number 2 here at the OG McIntyre. Callan Dave with the call. We're going to find a champion here in 2 periods. 20 minutes stop in the third. 20 minutes straight we're about to watch. Here we go. You know, Dave, I know what's going through the minds of these hockey players, being a multi-champion myself in these tournaments. You know, it's 50% adrenaline, 50% nerves, all First Nations excellence.
When you play for the love of the game, all those jitters go. You know, they go away. Based on experience, I played for the love of this game, and let me put it this way: I wasn't that fast, but you know, I played with my heart on my sleeve, and it's great watching some of these games, especially when there's prize money up to $30,000. And all those jitters, they start to come in. I mean, they're playing hard. They're doing their best. That's what they're playing for the love of the game here.
You didn't have speed, Dave, but you know, talking to some of the older players, they said you had the cleanest elbows in the game.
Okay. And the hardest shot.
And the hardest shot, right on. Big Dave McIntyre. You know, did you get a chance to play against my dad, Eugene Big Bird Arcan? There's another goal. This time it's by Waterhen Blues, number 72. Nelson Goodori finds the back of the net.
I think I'll stay quiet on that. You know, when you're talking about clean elbows, holy, you and Big Bird Arcade. I've seen him in the Saskatoon, the old barn there, playing with the Dogleg Raiders back in the 80s and early 90s.
You know, the Dogleg Raiders, you bring those guys up here, brings up many championships. I always say that's how the Dogs done it, that's how Bird done it, and that's how Legs is going to done it.
Alrighty, yeah. Were you in Pontiac? You talked about playing with the MIAs. Henderson was running the team there.
You betcha, Coach Henderson.
And I remember at the early tournaments of OG McIntyre, we had in Pontiac an MIA team there, came there. They had King there with them, and other players. They won the tournament back then.
You betcha. I wasn't at that one, but we did win the first Split Lake tournament. You know, back then that was the first in Manitoba, Split Lake, the first tournament that had a $20,000 prize. I want to give a shout out to one of the longtime trainers of hockey, Calvin Sappy. You know, he's recovering in hospital right now. You know, these is part of the facets of Indian hockey that don't usually get a lot of, you know, PR, but he was one of the guys that were instrumental in starting off training in Indian hockey. Calvin Sappy.
Yes, I've seen him in the hockey rinks there known as Sappy Hockey. Get well soon there, Sappy. I'll pray for you too.
Stars now bring it out. Don't get the puck where they need to go, and now that puck's thrown around. Todd Fiddler. Waterhen Blues forward. WHL experience. Stars bring it over the line. Wrapped around the boards. In control here in the Waterhen zone as they lead 2-1, 16:47 on the clock. Eric Roy walks it over the line. Now the other way. Looks like it's number 72 here, Nelson Gadori. He has a shot on the net to Leland Irving, who makes that save look easy. Roy now moves it up, Collin. Lane puts it down the line. He'll have a line change, and out comes Olsen. Out comes Darian Clark. Second line here as Corey Deal tries to track down the puck. They're still in control of it. Now Roy throws it across. Back in the Waterhen zone. Jared Lafon wraps it around the boards. Nelson Gadori brings it in. Riley Benefield finding some speed. Josh Rediron is with him. Waterhen gets around the net. Finds Benefield. Benefield carrying it. Shot on net. Stopped by Lafon. Rediron picks it up. Number 18 for Waterhen Blues. There's a shot on net. Now is by 55. Riley Benefield. Scored a lot of goals in this tournament. Won an MVP of the game, I believe twice in the tournament. Could have been more. Riley Benefield, a big factor on the offense, along with Gadori here for the Waterhen Blues as they lead by 1 with 15 minutes on the clock in the second.
Yes, I was talking with Gadori or Gadori, whatever you say it. They played in the Alberta Senior Hockey Leagues. Not with each other, but he says Benefield was one of the players that played in the league too there in Alberta. Kona Jackson, I believe, comes from Goodfish Lake. I've seen him on Goodfish Lake teams.
Excellent turn by Kona Jackson as well. And now Michelle brings it over the line. The captain loses the handle on the shot. The puck played out by the Waterhen Lake D-man. Gadori picks it up. Throws it in front. Fiddler tried to swing at it, misses the puck. And now in the neutral zone. Calvin Fiddler. Benefield. Benefield gets it to Gadori. Gadori shoots, but hits the PBCN Stars stick. And now the Stars turn. Boyer picks it up. Neutral zone, a lot of speed. Good stick handling as Boyer has a shot. That one hit the glove of Lafon and onto the other side. Boyer recaptures it. Morin Jr. now. Olsen with it. Olsen throws it across the ice. Picked up by Benefield. Picked up by Todd. Todd has an opportunity. There's a shot picked up by the goalkeeper, Leland Irving. 13:35 on the clock here, folks. 2-1 hockey game. Waterhen leading. PBCN Stars in their own zone. Olsen looking to win a draw against Anthony Renier. And he does. Shot on net there by Waterhen Blues forward. Down the ice it goes. Icing is the call. Back all the way down here to the Stars zone on a close game here, championship game at the Art Hauser. The fans going nowhere. Clark and Deal and Olsen will go off. Benefield will win that draw. Or Anthony Renier rather. Stars now. Battling in the neutral zone are both teams. Dorian will throw it up to Roy. That'll be intercepted. Here is Benefield and stopped by Irving.
Yes, Benefield is one of the big guns here for the Waterhen Lake Blues, along with the Goodery and Jepson, Todd Fiddler. Big guns there for the Waterhen. We also have to say kudos going out to Muscadet. You know, you mentioned
what a story that was.
Yes, that story I've heard you say over the intercom there. That was a beautiful story. Maybe share it with our listeners out there.
Well, you know, Muscadet hasn't had a hockey team in 33 years. Talking to the coach, captain, Ted Bear of the Muscadet. You know, they lost their first game. They're coming in with new uniforms. They're supported by their community leadership, and they are the Muscadet Bisons. And they come out with a back-to-back wins, you know, and then finally making it to Championship Sunday after 33 years is no joke here at the OG McIntyre with 18 teams, Dave.
Yes, he did. I talked to him earlier yesterday or this morning. And he said they were still in it, and he said he's bringing up the young people, you know, where you start off from minor hockey, bring them up here, and we've seen the results, fruition of Muscadet Bisons here, winning 2 games in a row after 33 years.
In our family, you know, we have relations out there. We call it the ABCs, the Arcans, the Bears, the Cooks, and my nephew's out there, so shout out to Jordan Bear. Really, very well played, made us all proud there. It is the Muscadet Bisons. Good job, guys.
Yeah, and they have a great goaltender in there.
Back to the action here with 10:30 on the clock. Close affair here in the second. We're in the Waterhen zone here as the Stars, Corey Deal. Corey Deal, patient with the puck, throws it around the net. Now they battle for the puck. Dorian keeps it in. Throw it in front there, and it looks like Olsen had an opportunity, but didn't get all of his stick on that one all the way down, and icing is the call. Kelvin Sanderson will switch off, and Eric Roy will come back on the ice. Both teams switch off. Conan Jackson is on the ice. He'll stay on as fresh legs come up. Josh Rediron, Nelson Godori, Riley Benefield. And Benefield with a head full of steam coming in on Roy. He's going to get past him. And a big save there by Irving. Riley Benefield. What a move. What a play. What a player. Darwin Morin Jr. Boyer on the ice here. Cody Michel with a broken stick now, skating without one. There's a shot again by Godori. Shots on net even here at the 9-minute mark of the second period. 14-13 in favor of Waterhen. 2-1 is the score for the Blues over the Stars. Boyer trying a quick fancy move, doesn't get it to go. Benefield will play it out to safety. Eric Roy will stop it. And now Dorian moves it to Olsen. Olsen brings it in. He's got number 29 on the line with him at this time for the Stars, Emery Roberts. Long time forward for the Stars. A lot of pedigree on the Stars team here. And the Waterhen Blues at the same time have come a long way with their hockey program. Hats off to Chief and also player of Waterhen Blues, Blade Fiddler. Chief of the Nation, also plays on the Treaty 6 team with the Blues. Number 91 loses it there. Keldon Sanderson does his job on the boards, on the defense, and back the other way. Long pass. Godori was there, but couldn't stop that puck, and now they'll have a line changes. Number 96, Todd Fiddler, will come on the ice. Number 98 as well for Waterhen, Ethan Bouvier. Looks like Clark lining up, I believe. McCollum, or Roberts rather, number 14 for the Stars. He wins that one. There's a shot on net there by Stars defender, number 16, Drew Morin.
Icing fouled on the Waterhen Lake Blues with 7:20 remaining here in the second period. Shots on goal almost even, 14-13 for Waterhen. Waterhen also have a 2-1 lead here.
Fiddler loses that draw. There's a shot that goes off. Number 91 of Waterhen, Anthony Renier, who brings it in the zone. Waterhen, control of the puck here. Fiddler is out there. They'll lose it now. Long pass there for Custer. Shot on net there by Waterhen Blues. Back to the point. Looks like Fiddler stops that. Calvin Fiddler didn't get shot away. And now it's number 29 with the puck there for PBCN Stars, Emery Roberts. Back and forth we go here at the 6:22 mark. Stars. Shot and scores! Skyler Olsen, I believe, has just tied this hockey game with help from Corey the Real Deal and Darian Clark. Drew Morin will switch as the Stars back in it. 1-2-2.
Yes.
5:53 on the clock, Dave.
Yeah, as Todd Fiddler had a chance to clear the puck out, but didn't fully clear the puck out, and PBCN took advantage of the play to tie the game up here.
Josh Red Iron. Offside is Red Iron. Evan Dorian picks it up here after the face-off. He throws it down low, but picked up. Benefield. And Gadori and Red Iron. Trying to get it is Red Iron over to Benefield. Gadori faking on the slap shot, moving around. Quick move there, goes through a couple of Stars, still with the puck, and now back to the point. There's a shot by Jackson on point there, but Irving with the save. Three imports, and Josh Red Iron, the Waterhen product. Trying to get the go-ahead, but a great play by Leland Irving. Stars goalkeeper doing his thing in the pipes. They win the draw, and Boyer plays it up. Darwin Morin Jr., also a great tournament. And he's got a couple game stars to his credit. Always a threat with the PBCN Stars. Of course, Darwin Morin Sr., longtime goalkeeper of the Stars, now coach, along with Warren McCollum. One of the most dangerous guys formerly in the game. Plays Legends and now coaches. That shot wide. The Waterhen goalkeeper. Stopped by Waterhen and whistled down.
And looking at the Waterhen Blues hockey team, they're playing great here so far, tied 2-2. One player that comes to mind, back in the heyday, Middle Lake days, Middle Lake Hockey Tournament, Friendship Center Tournament, player, he was fast, by the name of David Fiddler, I believe is his name. He used to, what do you call it, put on the burners, and that guy could skate.
A lot of fiddlers in Indian sports, basketball and hockey, making their community proud. And again, you know, Waterhen Blues, what a tournament. You know, a lot of times they were the underdog. They came out on top, again, close games, but finding a way to win, find themselves in a final. A great team in the Stars. You know, it's quite the thing to watch here with Indian hockey tournament season on here, Dave. You know, any weekend, any given team can step up, and we've seen it all weekend.
Yes, we have seen it all weekend. Well, we also saw it last weekend too at the Whitefish Tournament. Laurent coming out on top, beating Sandy Lake in a final. Sandy Lake had won the A side, the A final, dropping Laurent down, and Laurent 89ers came back to win that tournament. And this year here, the 89ers were beaten out by the fourth place finishers, or third place finishers, to New Lake Young Guns.
Great you are. The 89ers taking Big River tournament down, and also beating the PBCN Stars, who didn't have the greatest weekend, but then come back rebounding this weekend, and now they're in the final.
Yes, they're in the final now. So anything could happen, I guess you could say, eh? Depends on how the mood is for your team when you play on the ice. If you're ready, I mean, you can go all the way here in the surprise in Waterhen Lake Blues.
Great role models on any of our First Nations teams, and our Indian tournament season. Of course, the Jim Nielsen with Milton Tatusis happening next weekend in North Battleford. Check it out if you're in the area. Of course, always a spectacular tournament coming up here into the month. The Senators Cup. Come and check it out, folks.
That should be great hockey action there too.
Prince Albert Grand Council Senators Cup Contact Tournament, a premier event here in Saskatchewan, and you know, by many people's perspective, the best tournament in Saskatchewan.
Almost a close call there for the PBCN Stars, but Lafon makes a great save.
Puck kept in by Drew Morn. Back around the net. Corey Deal has been factor on this drive as they've been in the Waterhen zone for some time here, but no quality shots yet on the goalkeeper. Eric Royal catch it at the red line. He'll throw it across there. Cody Michelle makes the catch on the play here, and he drives it around the net. Trying to get it in front, but knocked away there by the defender, Bouvier. Oh, right in front is Corey Deal, number 84, as he reacts to his shot deflected away. Drew, that one goes off the stick of Corey Deal. Drew again now, in tight, now one on the left side this time. The sights are off on the rifle of Drew now he fakes a shot, gets it to Boyer.
Wow, the last minute and a half, PBCN were putting on the pressure there in Waterhen territory, shooting from all angles, and Lafon now lays down there. He's probably winded out with all those shots coming his way. But he stops what hit him. So it's tied at 2-2 after, what he said, 40 minutes after 2 periods. PBCN Stars out shooting the Waterhen Blues 18-15, but the score is tied at 2-2. We're in for a barn burner in the third period there, brother.
We're going to be right back with the third period, a 20-minute stop time here at the OG McIntyre. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back with Cal and Dave.
Hi-ho.
All right, folks, we're back here for period 3. PBCN Stars 2, Waterhen Blues 2. Period 3, coming at you live from the Art Hauser. Brought to you by way of Big Drum Media. Cal and Dave with the call, and we're back to the action. Midori brings it over the line. He's got Benefield with him. He's got Red Iron. Kona Jackson off the shin guard of the Stars defender as they try for an opportunity, but none forthcoming. Bouvier moves it up. Benefield has it. There's a shot and there's a save. Right off the hop, Irving kicking that one away. Red Iron throws it in front, and Gadori with an opportunity, but again saved by the PBCN Stars goalkeeper, Leland Irving. Whistle down here in the neutral zone. Stop time period here to decide the 2025 champion, the OG McIntyre. Got my good buddy out there watching, Nathan Arias, with the IOPS covered the Provincial A Championship final, and along with a couple other games there with Round Lake and Kenaston, and with IOPS.
Yes, kudos to IOP for broadcasting Round Lake Bears to the Indigenous communities wherever they may be. We're cheering all of Saskatchewan, I guess, Indigenous communities were cheering for Round Lake Bears, and great job on that.
Of course, Nathan from the Red Pheasant First Nation, Mr. IOPS himself, the man with the vision. You know, it's a job board as well, featuring Indigenous companies. Get a hold of Nathan Arias and he'll put you on there as well. He does live events of all sorts, including powwows and sporting events and everything. It's Nathan Arias and IOPS.
Yes, and covering the Round Lake Bears, we also have to give a shout out to, for those that don't have, well, I guess you could say, Shawnee Bear was his name, I believe. Yeah, she was broadcasting these live feeds on FB for Round Lake Bears fans, and the whole province was behind the Bears. They fell short, but hey, we're proud of them. Right to the final.
Fiddler keeps that puck in. Calvin Fiddler, the wagon driver in the summer, hockey phenom defenseman for the Waterhen Blues, keeps the play alive. Battling in the corner, Waterhen Blues. Roy will throw that the length of the ice. That'll be stopped by LaFond. And now, Kona Jackson's going to start things off. Good fish product. Benefield loses a handle on the puck. And now Fiddler again. Fiddler moves the puck up here, and Kona Jackson keeps it alive. Waterhen setting up shop here as they're on a power play. 5-on-4 hockey. Gadori at the line here, receiving a pass from Jackson. Leland with another save. Waterhen full control on the power play now. Irving will cover up.
22 minutes, seconds left here in the penalty to number 29 of the PBCN Stars, Embry Roberts. Shots on goal, 18-17 for PBCN. It's all tied at 2. A power play goal here would give Waterhead the lead here. And it's anybody's game now.
Warrior wins the draw, but whistled down as he faces off against import Nelson Gadori. Jackson is out there. Number 21 on the far side. Drake Tier is in the hockey game. Another stoppage in play here in the Stars zone. Fans are going nowhere here at the Art Hauser. Now the Kiss Cam is on, and wow, it looks like Musham and Cookham found some romance here at the sporting event here, the OG McIntyre. Quick shot there by number 21 of Waterhen Blues, the defenseman. Goes wide, but Drake Tier putting it on net to no avail. Line change on both sides of the ice here in stop time action in the championship game. Tied 2-all with 17-11 in the third. 18 shots apiece. Waterhen wins the draw. The 56 keeps it in there for Waterhen, and that's 55, Riley Benefield. Bouvier. Bouvier gets it out here in the neutral zone is the Waterhen team. Number 91 making a move here, Renier. Covered up by the goalkeeper. Once again, Irving.
Fans on the first shot here, get the backhand on there. Irving stopped them early here in the third period. Stop time here, 20 minutes stop time. And I'm not sure what the overtime rules are. Too early to call yet, but I'm thinking way ahead of me here.
16.5 minutes away from that, Dave, but I believe it'll be 3-on-3 for 5 overtime. If nothing is solved by that, we go to one of the most exciting events in Indian hockey is the shootout.
That's right.
If need be, Nathan Harrison say the Lions. And now we come the other way. Jackson has it. There's a shot. A good wrister picked up and 2 saves by Stars goalkeeper Leland Irving. Wrapped around the boards there by Calvin Fiddler. Cody Michel, the captain. He's working with Goudori. He's got Darwin Morin Jr. with him, but now Benefield finds some speed and some quick strides. A 2-on-1 corner. Wow, Benefield, the speed you need to compete as he goes top shelf for Cookham keeps the cookies.
Benefield putting on the burners there as the defenseman couldn't catch it, and he put the top corner, the glove side of goaltender Irvin. But Waterhen up ahead here, 15:45 remaining.
Sanderson gives that one to Darwin Warren Jr., who plays it off the glass to himself. Fiddler goes to the point. Dorian with a shot. That one goes off LaFawn's glove into the corner. The save is made. Nonetheless, Red Iron, that passes behind him. Icing is the call, and we'll come back all the way, Dave.
I will give momentum to the Waterhen Lake Blues here. An early goal here. 4 minutes into the third period. They go ahead 3-2. We'll see how they either go on the offense or play defense. There's 30,000 for first. 20,000 is a good chunk of money, but you know they're going for that 30 grand.
Puck is deflected into the corner. Red Iron will wrap it around the boards, and Benefield can't get to it. Sanderson stops it. Darren Clark brings it over the line. Clark throws it into the corner to Corey Deal. Corey Deal with the puck. Spinning around. Corey Deal throws it backhand style to his line mate. They battled below the net there. 2 Waterhen Blues, 2 Stars. Jackson getting involved. Dropping his stick. Red Iron picks it up. Clark trying to get it from him. Benefield on the far side here, bringing it up the boards with Goudori. 3 Stars defenders, and that puck goes out of bounds. They thought it was the kiss cam, but it was the deadly cam as the fans react on the big Jumbotron. Todd Fiddler to take the draw here in the Stars zone. Battling in the corner. Benefield puts it in front, and that one was fanned on, and now Eric Roy will bring it out. Eric Roy brings it in the zone here, has a shot, hits a skate of number 25, Calvin Fiddler, and now Todd Fiddler couldn't control the puck. Number 44 on him from the Stars. He knocks out that play. Stars bring it out, Eric Roy. He's got Ashton Morin out there. Utilizing all players. Lane McCollum out there as well. Dorian throws that deep in the Waterhen zone. Darwin Moran Jr. to give chase. Calvin Fiddler retrieves it, and he'll move the puck up. Dory, quick move there, spins around. He finds Jackson. Jackson scores. Dory to Jackson. A low shot beats goalkeeper Leland Irving. Waterhen Blues score.
That was a great pass by Gunnery, or Gadori, as you say, to Jackson. Jackson moving up from the defensive position and onto the offense and puts it right behind goaltender Irvin here at with 13 and a half minutes remaining here in the third period. 4-2 Waterhen Blues.
13:27 on the clock. Waterhen 4, PBCN Stars 2. Waterhen seems to be in control of this game. Drew Moran will pick it up. Icing is the call. Face off to happen here. Looks like Darwin Moran Jr. is lining up for that draw against Gadori. Waterhen picks it up. Benefield, another burst of speed. Roy is on him. Hits the skate of Roy. Now gets in front. Flipped out there by Drew Moran. Conan Jackson fans on a buck, and Roy's on him. Benefield drops back to the point. Benefield shot tipped in there, and Dory gets a stick on it and a save by the Stars keeper Irving. Cody Russell skates by that puck, and there to work on the puck is Corey Deal, but Red Iron picks it up. Number 18 for the Waterhen Blues. Conan Jackson, Benefield, Josh Red Iron are the forwards. Cody Russell is out there. Now he's coming for a change. Olsen jumps on the ice. Corey Deal is with it. Todd Fiddler intercepts Deal, and now Calvin Fiddler lays it through center to brother Todd, who couldn't handle the pass. Clark with some speed around the net. Kept in by Dorian. Now in the neutral zone. Eric Roy, quick toe drag, and he walks it in. He gets it to Olsen. Olsen, nobody there as Calvin Fiddler kept on Eric Roy. Backhander through the slot there, and now Todd Fiddler brings it over the line. He's got Red Iron with him. Number 4 was out there as well, Sanjay Ernest.
Great outlet pass, a 3-on-2 breakaway there, almost a 3-on-1, but Roy was back in play, and a shot on the net there by Fiddler, Todd Fiddler that is, right on the marker of goaltender Irvin.
Award presentation following this hockey game. We'll crown a champion. I'll move down there, but before we get to that far, I want to say what a opportunity working with you, Dave McIntyre. Shake your hand here at this time. A great tournament we called together, and just a great overall weekend, and hats off to the community of English River and the committee of the OG McIntyre.
Yes, it was a great turnout all around here. Fans, volunteers helping out here, and voice of Indigenous hockey, I guess you could say. The next one, or the great one.
Thank you for that.
And it was nice shaking the hand that shook the hockey world.
Thank you, brother. I also want to congratulate organizer Mark LaLiberty on a very well-organized tournament as usual. Thank you for the opportunity, English River Chief and Council and community. It's been my pleasure to be a part of the tournament once again.
Well, you're very welcome there, brother. You know, it's a lot of work putting up these tournaments here. Especially behind the scenes that people don't see. Since you have to get ready for the tournament, calling here and there, you know, it's a lot of work to be done. The early years of this tournament were sailed in Patronac, and we had it in Prince Albert on a number of occasions in Meadow Lake. Also, and Beauval too at the start. The first original was in 1989 in the Cumberland Cree.
You betcha.
Have taken that tournament.
Chief Satie and all the original Crees. A good friend of mine, played many years. He was an import, but Dean Gerard, my best friend out there, just got married, him and Tracy, so congratulations, a little shout out to the Cumberland Cree.
Yes, and it's nice to see Cumberland Cree back on the ice. They played here last year too at the tournament, and see a Cumberland community playing back the original Cree, known as the Cumberland Cree. I mean, to see them on the ice was it's great for Indian hockey and for that community.
Back to the action here with Boyer, 91 here for the Stars, trying to create some offense. They need a goal to start with. They're down by 2 with 9:43 on the clock. Fighting in the zone here of the Waterhen Blues. Connor Jackson throws it around. Misplayed here, or misstep there by Calvin, but regains his step and throws it the length of the ice, but it'll be icing as they get a well-deserved line change.
Yes, and speaking of young players, the Cumberland Cree, they have a great core of young players there. They have the great tender and Frankie Chaboyer, now becoming Moose Jaw Warrior, Pavel McKenzie. He was had a heck of a tournament here, I guess, but his team fell short, losing 2 games. However, I think they're going to be coming up strong here in the later years.
Benefield with a shot and a goal. Again, it's Riley Benefield. Laser wrist shot finds the far side. 5-2. Waterhen Blues.
That was a great shot by Benefield, right between the pipes here. 5-hole on Leland. Put the Waterhen Lake Blues up 5-2, but you have to think back here, Ed. I wonder what Waterhen will be thinking. The first game, PBCN Stars had the Waterhen Blues had a 3-goal lead over the PBCN Stars in the first there, and 3 quick goals in 5 minutes there had the game up. So there could be different thought process now. It's a 5-2 lead for Waterhen, so Waterhen might be thinking of that too.
Oh, misplay there, and a collision in front of the goalkeeper. LaFawn loses his stick. 2 players down, now back up. 27 shots in favor of Waterhen Blues, 20 shots for the Stars. Blues lead by 3, 8:45 in the third. Stars with an opportunity here. Boyer is down there with Olsen and Michelle. Sal plays it over, but intercepted there by Jackson. Laid back in, Boyer back with the puck. Spin around there by Boyer. Boyer moving hard here, trying hard, still with the puck in the corner. Fiddler intercepts it. Now they get it out. Kelvin Sanderson in the neutral zone. He'll play that to Cody Michelle. Plays it in the zone, but can't keep it in. Here is Dory. Stopped by goalkeeper. Stars Irving. Stars regrouping in their own zone. Wrapping around the boards. Ends up with Boyer with the puck. Clark is out there. Cody Michelle. Cody Michelle will bring it in, but that's checked by Gadori. Stick check. Cody Michelle throws it to Boyer. They'll throw it down low here. Darian Clark retrieves. He'll throw it to the point. Evan Dorian is there. Now it's an icing.
A 3-goal lead here with 7:26 remaining for the Waterhen Lake Blues. They're pouring it in now. Now you can see they're playing now, what do you call it? They're right on the PBCN players. As soon as PBCN player has the puck, they're right on them. Playing defensive hockey now.
Won by the Stars, but gets out of the zone. Dorian to Roy. 7:20 on the clock. Time running short here for the Stars. They need something to happen here. They need a goal. Roy throws it to Dorian. Dorian looking. Play that easily to Darwin Warren Jr., who finds Eric Roy. Roy throws it across. Clark. Vaughn kicks it out with the pad. Dory brings it in. He's got red iron. Ends up with Benefield. And covered up by Irvin.
Great save there by Irvin as Benefield was in all alone. A great pass there from the winger from Dory. Benefield, and great save there by the goaltender Irvin. Keep the score 5-2.
I'm going to head down, Dave. You're going to bring it home here. Again, hi, Tinny Gamer, Show, friends and relatives. I'm going to head down. We're getting set for presentation. Bringing you home here on the live here by Big Drum is going to be Big Dave McIntyre.
All right, thank you very much for everything there, Crazy Lakes Arcan. Much appreciated. Until then, till we meet again, you take care, eh? All righty, folks, ladies and jelly beans, as I usually say, boys and girls, welcome. Here I'm Dave McIntyre. Play now in Waterhen zone. They shoot it out to center ice. Picked up there by Sanderson. Sanderson to Michelle, or not Michelle, the other guy. Back to Boyer. Boyer coming in. Boyer, stick handling. Looking for someone to pass to. Shoots it right into the corner. In pursuit is Roy. Eric Roy leaves it in behind. Michelle centers it right out in front. Boyer with the puck. Dancing around on the sideboard. He rips it into Lafon, and Lafon easily grabs it for a stoppage to play with 5:48 remaining. Yeah, I could easily say it's a comfortable lead for the Waterhen Lake Blues, 5-2. However, in the first game, the Blues had a 3-0 lead with under 7 minutes remaining, and PBCN came back to tie it up, and Waterhen won it in overtime. And we see it here now in the championship final as we did in the A final. There comes Roy. Roy lugging it in. Stopped at the blue line. Now, number 16, Drew Morin with the puck. Yeah, Darwin Morin going wide on the right side, centers it. And Waterhen shoot it down on the boards. Benefield with the puck. Coming down on the left side. Shoots it into Star zone. Leland plays it. Gives it to Roy. Roy headman the pass. Off the board to Morin. Here's Darwin Morin Jr. cutting in into the slot. Looking around. Centers it right on it. Front. Boyer deflects it. But Lafon to the task as he flashes the leather. A great pass by Morin to Boyer. Had a better save there by Lafon. Face off to the right of Lafon. Lafon makes the play, rips it around. Kept in by Sanderson at the point. Michelle misses the pass to Boyer. Boyer back to Morin. Morin flips it in. In behind the net, Waterhen. Hit man to Benefield. Benefield moving it up 2-on-2 with number 4. Ernest. Here's Benefield cutting in right out in front of shot. And a great save there by Irvin. Back come the Stars. There's Morin dancing his way into center ice. To the other side to Boyer. Boyer flips it into the corner in behind the net. 92 Skylar Olsen. Waterhen now forward checking tenaciously as they hold a 5-2 lead. There's Michelle cutting in a shot. Right on Lafon. Sees it all the way and he covers up with 4:10 remaining. It's still 5-2 for the Blues. PBCN desperately need a goal. They're down by 3 here with 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. A nice move there by Roy. A shot right on. Once again, Lafon covers up for a face-off. Time becoming a factor here. Everybody up for the face-off to the left of Lafon. Waterhen win the draw. Jackson setting up in behind his own net, leading the rush. Hit man pass to Todd Fiddler. Flips it right on the goaltender. Irvin, he tries to let it go, but he covers up as number 91. Anthony Renier was right there to jump on the loose puck. covers up. Leland, that is, for a face-off. Deep into PBCN territory. 3:51 remaining. Renier on with Morin for the face-off. Now Roy with the puck. A long lead cross-ice pass. To Boyer to Morin. Morin flips it in. D to D for Waterhen. Here's Jackson. Jackson on the way to Renier. Puck goes into the corner. Evan Dorian moving it up on the left side, on the right side. Headman to Boyer, speeding down on the right side. Now to Morin. Morin, cross ice pass to Dorian. And it goes on the side of the net. They're playing for it in behind. Trying to center the pass, but Waterhen tenaciously checking on the PBCN Stars as soon as they have the puck. It looks like there's a little bit of fisticuffs here going on. Morin, it looks like number 25, Calvin Fiddler. Nothing comes out of it with 3:05 remaining. Looks like Morin is the only one going off. We'll see what happens here. Fiddler also going to the sin bin, both up for roughing. Face off just outside the PBCN zone. There's still some uncertainties there. The officials at the penalty box there, trying to figure out what's up. Shots on goal. Waterhen Blues 32, PBCN Stars 26, 3:05 remaining. Waterhen Blues leading 5-2 here. Championship final. A winner getting $30,000. The runner-up $20,000. So everything on the line here as the officials talking to both benches. Looks like everything is settled now. Face off just outside the blue line of PBCN Stars. Stars come up with it. The real deal. To the other side to a Dorian. Evan Dorian to Sanderson. Sanderson back to Deal. Deal flips it on to Olsen. Olsen a long pass, trying to make a rink-wide pass. Intercepted there by Waterhen. 7-2 Gaduri shoots it right on the goaltender, and he stops it for a face-off. In the dying minutes here, 2 minutes and 41 seconds to be exact. It looks like maybe a comfortable lead for the Blues here. Jackson, the shot, he scores! Jackson rips the top corner from the point. Laser shot beating Leland. High glove side to make it 6-2. Waterhen. But 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. I guess now it's safe to say Waterhen could be, it's going to be a 2025 OG McIntyre Memorial. But hey, we always say, watch out, Indian hockey, anything can change. 2:29 remaining. Here, headman's to pass, Jackson to Red Iron, but Benefield now turning back to the other side to D. Gaduri. Gaduri flips it in. We're nearing the 2-minute warning here. As we count down, here comes the PBCN Stars cutting in, number 92, Olsen in behind. Coming out right out in front of the shot. I don't know if the goaltender sticks out his pad to save that, but it's nowhere. Didn't go in the net. There's a shot. They score. Michel, wide open net. On a great pass from Embry Roberts. It's now 6-3 with 1:41 remaining. Wide open net for Cody Michel. One of the offensive players here for the PBCN Stars. Workhorse, I guess you could say. For the Stars and one of the captain of the team. Sanderson, D-to-D, advance it out. No icing calls off the PBCN player. Here's Deal a shot. And Lafon steers it back into the corner. And Waterhen shoot it down, kept in at the point. By Dorian to the other side. Here's Olsen trying to center it. Roberts right out in front. Shoots it over top of the net. From the point, a shot nowhere near the net. Here come the Blues. Last minute of the play, 3-on-1. 91 shot and a save and rebound. Here's Jackson again now. Back to 61 or 66. Looks like a penalty coming up here. The stick of that. A penalty going to PBCN with 41.3 seconds remaining. It looks like that's all she wrote now for the hockey game here. They're running down the clock. It's over, guys. It's over. You cannot have any words. Waterhen Lake Blues are the 2025 OG McIntyre Memorial Hockey Tournament champions. Knocking off the PBCN Stars by a score of 6-3. What a Cinderella story, you can see. Waterhen played here last year, got knocked off early. They come back even stronger this year. Not many had picked them to be the favorites as they met up with the Round Lake Bears in the first game and beating the Bears 5-4. And then went on to beat Mr. Wasses and then the Patronac Pats in a very close, scoring a fair 5-4 and then winning the A final 4-3 in overtime over the same PBCN Stars. And the final, they win it tonight, 6-3 over the PBCN Stars. We'll go downstairs now for the presentations on behalf of English River First Nation and the OG McIntyre Memorial Hockey Tournament Committee. Thank you all for your interest in this tournament, for showing up, for watching on TV, I guess you could say, on YouTube. Yeah, Drum Media, that's what I'm trying to say here. All right, we'll go down to the ice level here. Let's listen to Crazy Legs Arcan, my co-anchor, my co-host, my co-partner, I guess you could say, in the MC tournament here from the public address penalty box, in other words.
We'll start off here first. We bring on our leadership, our hockey committee.
Nick Terry, sort of leadership, are coming down there.
Sir Mark the Liberty. We got applause for our committee.
Great effort from Mark the Liberty in hosting the tournament here. Track director for the English River First Nation out of Patronac. They also have, always at every tournament, Mel Peranto, a former Prince Albert Raider, now volunteering his time for all these tournaments. They're going to give out the player of the game here first.
It's number 60, the Waterhen Blues, Kona Jackson.
Kona Jackson, defenseman number 60 of the Waterhen Lake Blues, winning the player of the game.
We're going to start things off here with our individual awards.
They're doing the individual awards now.
Your best defenseman of the tournament from the Waterhen Blues is number 60, Kona Jackson.
The best defenseman from the Waterhen Blues, number 60, Kona Jackson. Great effort, great offensive defenseman, and very great at his own end. Covers 60 feet, or rather, the length of the ice here. I don't know why I'm thinking 60 feet here.
Mark Liberty, come on over here. You're your best defenseman, Waterhen Blues, number 60, Kona Jackson.
It's been a tiring week.
Your best
I'm not taking anything away here, but
also for the Waterhen Blues, number 31,
top goaltender, 31, Jared LaFawn of the Waterhen Lake Blue. Lake Blues. Where am I going here?
best forward of the tournament.
Top forward.
PBCN Stars, number 91, Jeremy Boyer.
Jeremy Boyer of the PBCN Stars, winning top forward of the tournament.
That's the August Hockey George, best forward award. The Louis Black Award represents the most sportsmanlike player in the
Up now
tournament.
for the most
Goes to
sport.
PBCN Stars, number 87, Eric Roy.
Most sportsmanlike player defenseman Eric Roy of the PBCN Stars.
You are the most sportsmanlike player in the tournament, the Louis Black Award, Eric Roy.
The Louis Black Memorial Award for most sportsmanlike.
The Noel Visionaire Award, the fan favorite.
Fan favorite is the Noel Visionaire.
PBCN Star, Skyler Olsen.
PBCN Stars, Skyler Olsen, fan favorite.
Next up, our individual award presentation. The Vincent Gunn Award is the highest score in the tournament.
I scored a Vincent Gunn.
Waterhen Lakes number 55, O'Reilly.
Number 55, top scorer of the tournament. From the Waterhen Blues, Riley Benefield. The MVP, the Baptist Award.
Goes to Waterhen Blues.
And
Nelson Gaduri.
Nelson Gaduri or Gaduri, the most valuable player of the tournament from the Waterhen Lake Blues. There you have it, folks, the individual awards. Given out here, the best defenseman, number 60, Kona Jackson, out from the Waterhen Lake Blues. Top goaltender, Jared LaFawn of Waterhen. Top forward, 91, Jeremy Bear, PBCN Stars. Most sportsmanlike player, 87, Eric Roy. Fan favorite award goes to Skyler Olsen of PBCN. And high scorer, Riley Benefield of Waterhen, and the MVP, Nelson Gaduri of the Waterhen Lake Blues. And they're giving out team awards, or the runner-ups of the tournament, PBCN Stars, $20,000. second place finishers. And the champions, 2025, the Waterhen Lake Blues. Well, thank you very much, listeners out there. I'm calling it over and out now. Glad to have you aboard. Until next time, take care. Aho.